In this area, that's why we must make the mapping, and then unregulated data from transit when many of data is lost. We must simplify the logbook, and then distribution fishing effort, balancing. That's why.
mediator negotiation
คือchị nghĩ chị muốn nói rằng là mình bám với cái mục tiêu thì trong này cái nó rất là hợp lý thôi. Rất là hợp lý, tôi thấy sustainable thì nó rất
What is
semuanya nih masih drone, tapi kalau special planning ini for baru by stakeholder ya itu drone special planning part of art ya special planning. Di sini Pak. Dan and fishing drone. Fishing special planning is
clearly is clearly because this is under the policy of strategy.
Okay.
The project period. We basically have goals, but we add one more goal is to add the governance issue. Well, goal number one is mapping. Sorry, how long should it be, or just slightly?
Say 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, so we have geotype selection, EAE management, and then the last one is the governance. The existing Arafura fishery management plan, there were 3 goals of the action plan in Arafura fisheries management. Some of the goals, then we select some of those which is closely related to the project, and RAPIC is expected to be able to contribute achieving the goal of the Arafura fisheries management plan area. We assume that coral reef, mangrove, seagrass are critical areas, and also some habitat of part of their historical life. So nursery ground, spawning ground of the target species, we want to avoid that. Almost it's mostly done. Workshop to first identify the parameters and its indicator for the data, and then there will be a simplified methodology, and then there will be another meeting to evaluate the collected data. Quite the same for the whole strategies. Then the support some action plans of the existing Arafura fisheries management. It's linked to those action plans. In geotype selection, avoid the bycatch, but if it is unavoidable, then the second step is how we could reduce those bycatch by doing some technical modification on the fishing gears. Previously mentioned that all the approach is using the participatory approach. So
I just have one question which will have some implications for the budget and for the work in the future, and obviously for the LOA. And this is concerning how you plan to do the gear trials. Will it be through a national boat or a government research vessel, or through a number of vessels, and how you intend to sort of spread that the practices or what you learned during the gear trials to the others?
Well, the mechanism that we would like to build is actually encourage stakeholders' participation. So we don't even want to conduct an independent research by any institute in Indonesia. Well, they might do the research in terms of their core business, but we would like to collect the information from the fishermen themselves, what practices they have so far experienced, and then what lesson learned we can use. So we would only adopt the existing practices with some modification.
Research is too many indicators. Sometimes result from research or research center stakeholder didn't want to follow them. That's why we must to create a new approach how the stakeholder can contribute for what they can understand.
Can we go to the last goal, the good governance goal? And it's interesting that you've had AFM sneaking in there on this day. Your strategy develop participatory mechanisms for the management of trawle fisheries management in Arafura. Information and new management measures, yes. Perhaps you hadn't quite finished, but this is what the EAFM training course does. This is exactly what essential EAFM does. You could actually add an activity there, training in EAFM for stakeholders or for fisheries officers. And we could work out how this could be supported through CFDEC's training and perhaps technical inputs into this. Because this is exactly what the EAFM does. It's unfortunate that neither Imran or Enviona could come to the EAFM training, but if you had, I think you would have seen how well this fits.
Look like not precautionary approach, but we need caution to step into the what we call promote bycatch utilization to use surumi and fish meal. If we cannot promote it, the control, it will be generate need of fish meal and material for surumi, and then it will mobilize fishing to side coil maybe. So that I wish you to reconsider the necessary and loss and benefit for this issue.
First requirement. The first requirement, goal number one, this is step by step. The goal number three, this is the last action. The last action. If we still catch the bycatch from the international guideline, minimize discards from the international guideline FAO. From the uptake, we must balance human consumption and for animal consumption. This is the last choice. Maybe this project we are focused on the three items. All of our members in local working group, they have training about that.
And implement shown fishery management plan based on ecosystem approach in the province level. To do that, we are going to provide the capacity building for the provincial agency, give it to local authority, and we are going to establish a steering committee at the provincial level to coordinate the development of the provincial shown fishery management plan. For authority, the private sector, as well as all relevant stakeholders in the development process of the management plan. And then we are going to draft the plan and develop the first to develop and implement the management plan in the Kirtang province. Data to evaluate the plan. We also consolidate and combine available material. For example, we learn from the African guideline and some selectivity chart. We will going to provide this material to stakeholder on the fishery management. And finally, we are going to conduct the monitoring and evaluation task. In terms of the sustainability for fishery resources management goal, to develop the local trout fishery management council. So we will support for them to have some meeting at the local level. So that is for our activity so far.
May I just first put the observation, especially the blank box here. You do this. Why you do this? This list. Why you do it?
I think we're missing some strategy.
So can you put now? What is the strategy you want to achieve?
Yeah.
Just put now. Yeah. So we can fill in the box. What would be the strategy? What is the strategy would lead to this one? So what is the key?
Maybe we define the strategy about the consolidate the lesson learned. It will like that.
Okay, so because the strategy is to consolidate the lesson learned from the previous, so that this would be action. So that's why.
I would like to have a question and some additional. You're talking about sustainable livelihood for local trout fishery community. So what I mentioned yesterday, there are small scale trout fishery and large scale, like commercial scale. What you mean livelihood for the trawler owner? It means for small scale, or you mean the crews on the commercial vessel livelihood?
Or identification of the direct beneficiaries of what you are doing is very important. So we have to clarify, not today, but the later step. So very good point.
Item number go to and strategy to the mapping and ecology survey. I saw the same activity or alignment of activity between Vietnam and Indonesia.
I cannot remember exactly. Because we have a tool. Okay, I agree with you. I will make adjustment. However, relating to the alternative livelihoods, okay, because as I mentioned that now we formulate the action, but under the project document framework, and Rick knows very well that we don't have the human beings component under the project component. This is the reason why we try very much in order to have some intervention from the activity to make contribution to the human well-being under the EIFM.
Go about it is we wanted to collaborate more effectively on a regular basis with the industry stakeholders, the fishing industry, trawl industry. One way of doing it is we thought it would be better to have regular consultative process with them, and also collect their views, get their contribution for incorporate it into the total management plan we have in place, and then this should sort of revise the management plan to capture their views, and then also in terms of us implementing bycatch reduction measures such as BRD and others, it will be more easy. Go ahead and trial, get the industry people to trial and implement. With the second strategy, effective networking among national stakeholders for implementation at the national level in the region, specifically Australia, because Australia, the industry is well managed in terms of implementation of PRDs and also marketing of their products to they've gone ahead with it. And we do have initial negotiation with them in terms of how we can learn from their experience and build on that. So we put down here that we can, probably agreements we have with other countries such as Japan to diversify or value add our products. Have a transparency in making decisions. With that, we hope to have a wider and increased consultative process with the industry players, with the fishing industry, yes. And, by way of regular...
Please put up the first goal. I know that you have talked about this. The thing is, I think this goal should read effective and efficient management of troll fisheries bycatch and discards. I think that's what you meant. And not the effective and efficient troll fisheries management. Because we're talking about the management of troll fisheries bycatch and discards. No? Yeah? Okay.
I just make one observation for the goal 2 and goal 3. The goal 2, you talking about the support of the industry stakeholders. In this case, it means the troll fishery vessel owner, right? Something. But when come to the goal 3, you're talking about the consultative process with the industry and stakeholders. So for the transparency, what you mentioned. So this is, the stakeholder is may not mean only the troll vessel owner, right? It may concern with other that involved or affected by the trawler. Right? So this
whether you may not get the MSC, but the core question of the stakeholder consultation is not just to consultee to tell them about the project, but it's to tell them about the possibility for the MSC and how benefits to the industry if they were to get that certification. So I'm just looking at all that you put there, but from a different angle in a way.
It can be the vision of the national program in order to reach the international accept standard, the vision. In order to reach that vision, then you are doing the green one and break down into a certain activity. Now you can see the link between the national and global, but also the national, if it is big enough, long-term enough, that can be your vision. Because the MSc certification, you need a step-by-step process to reach that point. So it may take 5 years, 8 years, 10 years from the ladder. So that can be the vision, for example.
MSc, to address MSc certification, it covers the whole thing that we are talking about now. It involves the three key points that we are discussing, because MSC is an international body that
and we have a number of strategies to attain this goal. The local government units and stakeholders, and what are the activities that we think it's important to do this. Nationalist working groups. Working groups are representatives of the LGUs and stakeholders. So engaging them in a working group can effectively engage them in whatever you are doing. The working group